Hello friends, and welcome to our Leo Full Moon Magic concert. A little bit of a different concert tonight because I'm going to keep it short. As you may have read, my dad passed away last Saturday, so this is my first full moon ever without my dad. And he was an amazing man. He was very loving and very caring and quite an enigma really. He was full of nostalgia. He loved old-timey music and old things, and he saw the world through rose-coloured glasses, and his entire community just loved him. Neighbours up and down the street loved him. He was in choirs and church groups and senior citizen groups, and wow, he'll be really, really, really missed, not just by us, his family. And I was super blessed because I got to spend this final 5.5 weeks of his life with him, living here in this house, which he built. And this isn't the house where I grew up, but it's where Mum and Dad lived for the last 20 years. And it's opposite the sea, which is just over there. And yeah, so I got to be here with him and help him as he prepared to cross the great threshold, and it was amazing. It was an amazing honour. So this full moon concert I'm keeping super short because I'm so very, very tired, and I guess that's what grief can do. And just tired because it was a really intense month of nursing and caring and trying to do the best I could to help. And so just a few songs, but let's start just by connecting in with each other on this first full moon of the year. I am going to burn a little bit of this sage from my sister's garden. As we let go of the old and welcome in the new. Begin a whole new journey with this year. A journey of growth and kindness. A journey of creativity, spirituality. A journey of love. Let's connect in with Mother Earth, wherever we are now on Mother Earth. Connect in and remind ourselves that we share this beautiful planet together, that we're journeying together, there for each other. And breathe your connection deep into Mother Earth, down through your feet and the base of your spine, and draw her energy upward into your heart. And connect with Father Sky, the great cosmos. I'm laughing because I've got Dad's dog here and she's snoring. Bella, Bell Bell. I'll bring her up for a little hello at some point, I'm sure, but if you hear snoring, that's Bella, okay? Up into Father Sky and the great cosmos and the swirling galaxies and stars, and connecting too with our beautiful full moon, the first full moon of 2021. And feeling that energy of above and below, and reminding ourselves that we are conduits, that we are channels between earth and sky, between above and below, between form and formlessness. Let's welcome in the elements, energies of air, of fresh new beginnings, of cutting through illusions, of breath, prana, chi, life force, air. You're welcome in our circle, blessed be. And energies of fire on this, our Leo full moon. Energies of the bright spark and of the hearth that draws us together. I'm sitting in front of the fireplace here actually. Fire that burns away the old and makes way for the new. The divine spark, our own divinity. Our golden sun that's ripening the lammas grain and calling forth the seeds of imbok that are stirring below ground at this time of year in the northern hemisphere. Fire, you're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. Energies of water, of container, of heart, of love, of tears, of happiness and sadness, of holding space for each other, of compassion and empathy. Water, you're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. And energies of earth. Our great mother, our bodies, and the gift of life, of manifestation, the gift of this journey in these forms. What a miracle. You're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. And energies of spirit, the everything. We honour you as the Leo full moon. We honour you as the divine masculine, as the great God in all your many guises, as the God that resides within us, as the father energy of nurturing, of support and love and practicality and care. Spirit, you move through us and with us and in us, and we are you and you are us, through everything. By earth and air and fire and water and by the power of spirit, this circle is cast and outside of time. This circle is cast and outside of space. Blessed be. So, I was reading that the first full moon of the year, it's known as the wolf moon, and so appropriate that we should have a snoring dog in the background. So I'll sing this song, The Wolf Sky. We'll start a little feisty and then I'll do a couple of quiet songs. As omen apparition, we left the moon suspended and left that been such a long time since I've actually just picked up the guitar. It's been, I just gave over in this last month to helping my dad and coping with my own grief. Yeah, and it's interesting. It's interesting where those waves of grief come up too, and you know, appropriately, the little things, the little reminders. And I've got this on my altar. This is my dad as a young man. He was such a cutie. Look at that. There is my dad when he was a young man, maybe about 23 or so. But he liked to make a lot of things, and everywhere I look, there's things that he's made in this house, mainly like pieces of furniture and stuff that he gifted me before he died. I was looking lovingly at this little box, and I remember when he made this, he was a carpenter, and I'm just going to show you close up. Look at that, how beautifully that's made, with those beautiful dovetailed edges, and then this gorgeous carving on the top. This very sweet, handmade little box. I think that might be one of my greatest treasures, and I was looking at it lovingly as I was hanging out with him when he was, you know, in bed, and looking through trinkets, and I told him how I remembered him down in the shed in the house where I grew up in Blackburn in Melbourne, and it was a very old house. The oldest house in the area, and it was all run down and crazy. It used to be an old farmhouse. There was a big shed, huge, you know, and Dad had set it up as his workshop, and I'd go down there, all of us girls would, and he'd you know, teach us bits of woodworking. And I remember particularly though when he made that, because he taught me, he passed on, as he was learning wood carving, he passed those skills on to me. He went to like a course for it to up his carpentry skills, and I remember him making that box and carving away, and I was doing my own carving of a rooster. I've still got that carving too, and so I can just picture him there beside me working away on those big old wooden desks. It was so lovely. The smell of wood. So my good old daddy-o. Well, maybe I'll do this song and then. So it's harvest time, in the first harvest in the southern hemisphere, moving up toward Lammas. It doesn't even feel like it's really been much of a summer yet. I think the heat is yet to come. A few hot days, but not many. But the beginning of the time of change, so, you know, facing death at this time feels appropriate, remembering that everything moves in cycles and that it's all okay. You know, I don't resent Dad going in any way. It was appropriate for an old man to move on and make room for the next generation. And I guess that's the energy of the harvest. I was thinking what songs I wanted to do tonight, and I only just thought of this one, and the whole Persephone album about death and rebirth and those cycles of nature. And there's Demeter, the goddess of the grain. Well, of course she has to experience the sense of loss as well as that abundant energy of the grain. Let me just put the dog out because she's sitting here licking on the couch and it's going to drive me crazy. Hold on a second. This is Bella. She's a very good girl. She's going to become a farm dog, aren't you? You're becoming a farm dog on my sister Kathy's farm. That's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. All right, there you go, lovely. Oh, she's grieving too, and every time I see her, she can sit at my feet here. Every time I see her sad, it makes me sad. We're both just sad, hanging out in this house without our dad. Good girl. No licking, darling. Good. Good girl. Oh no, she's giving me the look. She's giving me the look. like there hasn't been enough walks and games and treats today. All right, the harvest. So, as I was saying, Demeter, of course, in the myth, you know, she loses her daughter and must experience that, the death part of the life-death life cycle. So here we go. Ripe grain, rise golden, sun on my body, golden my hair, resplendent the bounty I share. Sweet bloom, bright meadow, dances my daughter, never again, forever, with flowers in her hair. A field of poppies and of wheat, my feet all dressed in scarlet petals kiss the land. My hands with sheaves of barley and of corn adorn the earth in beauty, wonders to behold, and gold, the harvest. So, the day that my dad died, two of my sisters were here, and one of my sister's whole family, and another of my nieces. We were all here, and we were taking turns just to make sure. Dad always had someone by his side, and I sang him this song when I was there by myself with him. It was interesting just how strongly that energy of trust, I guess, in my own spiritual belief, in trusting in the flow of life and death, and calling on the goddess to make it a smooth transition. And yeah, it was very beautiful. So I sang this song. Let me see. Everything that I know, everyone that I know, every plant, every tree, every memory, every thought, every dream, every breath that I breathe, every planet and star, every animal, all life flows into the great Mother. the great mother. All life flows into the great mother. They will come, they will go, take form and dissipate. Death is cradled in life, life of endless resolve to continue the flow, to emerge and dissolve. I am a wave on the great epic ocean of time. I will come, I will go, take form and dissipate. All life flows into the great mother. 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 So I was singing that very, very gently beside his bed, and earlier in the day I was singing some of his favourite oldie songs like Missed the Saturday Dance, heard the crowd at the floor, couldn't bear it without you, don't get around much anymore. So I sat by his bed and sang old jazz songs, and then really as he was kind of drifting in the dream world, I sang that very quietly about merging once again into the great collective, into the great mother. I think I'm just going to do one more song and crawl into bed. Hope that's okay. That's the most I can come up with at this time, and thank you for your understanding. I'm going to sing this song at his funeral next week. I know he loved it. And as I said, Dad really looked at the world through rose-coloured glasses. He wanted to be liked. He'd go into the hospital with him and all the nurses would be fussing around him and he'd know them by name, and you know, they'd say to me, oh, he's such a gentleman and la la la, and he'd chuckle away, and he was always so polite. He was such a cutie, oh my goodness. It was like a little koala bear. Such a sweet man. Yeah. All right, here we go. What a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day and the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and also are the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do, but what they're really saying is I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. What they're learning now is more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you, dear friends, for holding space for me during this time. I encourage you to do another full moon, Leo full moon celebration that's all just about joy, because it's such a joyous, joyous, joyous sign and such a beautiful time of year. So make your own celebration as well. Don't let it just be my gentle, sad honouring of my dad, because the Leo full moon is there for all of us. Whatever we're experiencing, we can embrace that energy and bathe in the gorgeous lunar rays and connect in with the sun, because this is this energy of sun and moon. And after our Cancer full moon last month, which was honoured, which the ruling energy of the sign of Cancer is the moon herself. Now we move on to the sun. So it's that beautiful balance, masculine and feminine and everything in between and beyond. So let us open up our magical circle. Oh, all right. Thank you, energy of earth. How blessed we are to be on this journey. The gift of life, of rock and stone and bone and ancestor, of body, of senses and sensuality, of food. Earth, thank you, hail and farewell. And thank you, energies of water, of cleansing tears, of quenching our thirst, of rolling ocean waves, of rain and river. Water of deepest reflection as we look into ourselves, feel our own hearts, nurture ourselves so that we can nurture others. Water, thank you, hail and farewell. Energy of fire, the golden flame, fire of our focus and our will, fire of our true direction. On this Leo full moon, we give you thanks, hail and farewell, and energies of air, of new beginnings, of dawn. Of breath. Thank you. Hail and farewell, and energies of spirit, the above, the below, the within, the without. Spirit who is me, Spirit who is you, Spirit who is Goddess, Spirit who is God, and Spirit who is everything in between and beyond that binary distinction. Spirit of 1,000 names and Spirit nameless. Thank you. By earth and air and fire and water and by the power of Spirit, this circle is open but remains unbroken. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Blessed be.